Anyway, you will remember that there comes a point when you have to remember absent friends, and we are here remembering absent friends. I don't mean dead ones, not Peter Allen, because he's long gone.
Sam.
Sam's absent but presently coming, so we're not going to include him. I would like to make a note that we miss Smitty, who was coming. Smitty, if you're watching, hi Smitty. We're all here, thinking about you, rooting for you, and hope you have a lovely Christmas, despite not being here, which probably will reduce it somewhat. And but anyway, thank you for nearly coming. And then there's Robin Mackay, who we all remember, who also would have been nice and handy because he's slightly older than me, and I'd like to, and he's a good chap to have around. Sadly, he's not with us because he's a bit ill, but he's on radioactive treatment at the moment. Which is, he says, he did tell me in an email last week, he said that I've been advised not to sleep with pregnant women, which must be sad for you, Robin, because I know that was on your bucket list. So, sorry about that, but what can I say? And then lastly, we have Richard Holthouse, who's one of the founders. Richard Holthouse was one of the founders of this event, which started 38 or maybe 40 years ago in the Chelsea Arts Club. And Richard Holthouse was originally cinematographer-ish, and very good at it too. And we all know how famous he was. And Richard, if you're watching, well, good on you, mate. Sorry about the first test. Anyway, cricketing reference to the rest of you wouldn't understand. Oh my God, I can say this. Now, these events don't just happen, you all know this. Somebody has to organise it, somebody has to compile a list of all the old fuckers who used to come every year, somebody has to put it in a sheet. And I remember last year when we had this discussion about how the committee was comprised of the upper class, the middle class, and the working class. Well, that hasn't changed. I'm still the upper class. Kelly is still, Kelly is the middle class. And Wild Blood, bless him, is the worker. Thank you, Wild. He's done a fantastic job. Impromptu round of applause shows how much they love you, Wild. What do you think of
Rather vulgar, I thought.
After I read this question.
What's wrong with vulgarity?
Last year, if you remember, I awarded a prize to Andrew for his work, which was, if you remember, it was a pair of... No, it wasn't cufflinks. No.
Hand warmers.
You pay any attention? You pay
Torch
attention?
hand warmers.
What, but do you not remember?
Pig's
Probably still
duck
here somewhere.
phones.
It was a pair of MCC socks.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
MCC socks.
Yes, what, but do you not remember?
A pair of peas.
MCC socks.
Peas, yeah, a pair of peas.
No, and you never wore them?
Almost certainly not.
Well, thank you very much. So this is a sign of the attitude, which is why this year the committee is refusing to award him another prize.
I thank gratefully.
Because that sort of attitude is not. Nonetheless, we still appreciate what he did, and I'm going to show you, more importantly, I'm going to give you an example of how much attention to detail and effort he gave. I'm going to read you a letter that Andrew wrote to Quentin, who's the
There's a letter.
Is this wise?
and if I can find it, it's from Andrew Wildblood. And here it is. And it starts off, good afternoon, Quentin.
Seems reasonable.
Thanks. Thanks at the end. Thanks, I was in the pub on Monday, but I didn't include Byron. In any case, just to confirm as following. Menu.
Important for lunch.
Chicken liver pate with toast.
What?
Preferably Melba, but not essential.
Melbourne.
That never happened, did it?
Preferably.
Preferably is bad.
We
word.
prefer this to be laid out, plated individually, just before we come upstairs. Attention to detail was pretty good. Cottage pie with peas.
Tick.
The cottage pie is set out on a table against the wall, the other side of the room from Fudge Street windows. And we serve ourselves.
It's all about detail, Mark.
Someone's
The
got to do it,
peas,
Mark.
wait, this is important. The peas should be on the table.
Hang on.
Big dishes together with serving spoons.
What's your issue?
Cheese and biscuits. We have a number of cheese boards on the table. Rather than individually plated, I suggest a blue, a cheddar, and a brie camembert type.
What's not to
Wine we provide in baked goods, £15 per bottle, as discussed. The wine will be delivered to the pub on the morning of the lunch, and it would be appreciated if you would put the white in the fridge. There will be one case of white and 2 of red.
There were
Although
3
we
of
are
red.
nowhere near as good at drinking as we used to be. And there will be a surplus. If I'm in the pub on Monday, the next 2 weeks, I'll let you know. I prefer the long table rather than the 2 shorter ones, but understand.
Get on with it, Mary. It's not that interesting.
No, I just pointed that to show what efforts you go through.
Yeah.
The round of applause.